I love food. I love that ooey gooiness of hot pizza. I have 2 small children, and I love to get them cooking with me, and tasting ingredients, and cutting things, and assembling meals. You see, I'm very fortunate. I don't have to worry about where my next meal is coming from. But for many of our fellow Arkansans, and possibly some of you here today, that's not the case. According to ArkansasFoodBank.org, 1 in 5 Arkansans are food insecure. And from children to parents going without so that they can provide for their kids, to the elderly that they have to choose between paying their bills and putting food on the table. College students are the newest recognized category, and so that affects all of us. My name is Jennifer Wolff. I am a UALR speech communications student, and I have completed 6 hours at volunteering at the Arkansas Food Bank. My time is utilized in their warehouse packing boxes with food items that have been donated from organizations around the state. Today I'm going to tell you about my service learning. First, I'm going to tell you what I did with my service learning, and I will connect that to communication concepts and a principle to my service learning. Finally, I will tell you how I can improve my communication with an ethical implication. Next, let me tell you what I did at my service learning. I completed my service at the Arkansas Food Bank. I worked with a woman who was doing, does it say farm? What's next? How do I make it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh.
Use the arrow on the
Arrows in the
keyboard.
bottom left.
Just kidding. Okay. Don't count this off my time.
No, no.
I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay. We're going. There we go. We're next. Okay. Okay. How many of you know someone or you yourself have not known where your next meal is coming from? Did you wonder where to go? Well, that's the mission of the Arkansas Food Bank. Their mission is to provide pathways to connect people, resources, and food to reach those in need, providing dignity, hope, and a brighter future for all Arkansans. And I truly feel that their vision of a stronger community where hunger needs are met with sufficient access to nutritious food is really being met. With everyone that I met that works there and volunteers regularly, they all just echo this. And it was just such a heartwarming experience to realize that they are doing it because they want to. I was partnered with a woman that was working or volunteering as part of her community outreach program with work. I also worked with a group of high school students that used all of their time and energy to help those that were in need, and it was just such a great experience. The woman I was partnered with ended up leaving halfway through the shift, and I felt like I was gonna have to do it by myself, but these kids saw that I needed help and brought me things and made sure I had boxes and did everything that they could to help me, so that, because we all had the same goal in mind. We all wanted to help others. And it was just such a great experience to know that they saw that I needed something and they did it. I worked in the warehouse, like I said, and I think that through the collaborative efforts of myself and those that I worked with, we were able to really put together some boxes that would be later distributed across the state. They are in every single county in the state of Arkansas. They've recently combined with the Rice Depot, and they do backpacks for kids, and they have their own garden, and they take food to seniors every day so that they can make sure that they have enough to eat, which is just such a great thing to know that this is an organization that exists. The first communication concept is personal distance. The definition, according to Lane, Abigail, and Gooch, 2014, is a preferred distance for informal conversation and to keep people at arm's length. An example from my service that illustrates this concept is, even though we were strangers at the beginning of the day, we'd all come together with the same goal in mind. we all wanted to make sure that others had what they needed. So in order to make this work, we had to work closely together. The second, communication is in personal relationships. The definition, according to Lane, Abigail, and Gooch, 2014, is relationships in which we communicate with others based primarily on their social or occupational roles. An example from my service that illustrates this concept is while volunteering, I met a man that was a regular volunteer at the food bank. He talked about his time with them and how he saw the organization grow and combine with the Rice Depot. He knew their mission by heart and was happy to tell anyone that would listen. It was a joy seeing how happy and proud he was of his time that he committed to the food bank. The relevant communication principle is messages are adapted in different ways to achieve similar results. The definition, according to UALR Survival Guide 2017, is that there are many different ways to achieve a particular outcome. The example from my service that illustrates this principle is when working with an organization that utilizes so many volunteers, each opportunity will be different. And I will be faced with working alongside very diverse people. In order to work well together, I need to make sure that I can communicate about how to accomplish the same goal in many different ways. Next, I'm going to tell you about my service experience and how it will improve my communication. Based on my service experience, I can use communication concepts and civil and ethical implications to improve my communication and help improve my community. Everyone here should be very proud of yourself and give yourself a pat on the back. We did something for our community, and even though it was something that we had to do for school, we still did it, and we got out there and did something for our community. One communication concept I could use to improve my communication would be comprehensive listening. According to Lane, Abigail, and Gooch, 2014, the definition is a type of listening in which we engage when we want to learn, understand, and recall information. I chose this concept based on my service experience because although most people know that food insecurity happens in Arkansas, I don't think that they understand the high rate of our population that suffer. A civil and ethical implication I could use to improve my community would be integrity. The definition, according to UALR Survival Guide 2017, is modeling our values for others by holding ourselves accountable to the same standards that we hold others to. I choose this implication based on my service experience because I want my children to grow up serving others in their community. They may be too young to completely understand the big picture, but as they see themselves and my husband volunteering and we share our experiences with them, they will model that behavior throughout their own lives. In conclusion, I told you about my service learning. First I told you what I did, then I connected that to communication concepts and principles in my service learning, and finally I told you how I can improve my communication and gave an ethical implication. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I love food and I love to cook, but not everyone has the same opportunity and luxury. So let's see what we can do to make sure that everyone gets to enjoy a nice slice of ooey gooey pizza.